Are seeing the first impacts of Tropical Storm Debby on Florida's Gulf Coast. So this is video from Collier County. That's where Naples is. Today, that area already saw heavy downpours and street flooding as residents and crews prepare for the storm. And let's check in now with meteorologist Lee Southwick, who's been keeping a very close eye on Tropical Storm Debby for us. Lee, I know you've issued a weather impact alert day for tomorrow evening through Tuesday. Are we expected to see here what they're seeing there in Collier County?
I do believe we will see some flooding. We also have the risk of these gusty winds and isolated tornadoes. So let's start with a look at Debby right now over the Gulf. It is strengthening. You can see over in the Naples area, they had those bands that moved on through like we just showed you. So the hurricane hunters, 2 planes were out earlier on this evening starting to survey Debby, and they found that it was a little bit stronger. So as of the 11 o'clock advisory, it now has winds of 45 miles an hour, and it's only going to strengthen as it stays over those warm Gulf waters. It is expected to be at sustained winds of 60 miles an hour by Sunday morning, and then approach the Big Bend region of Florida as a Category 1 hurricane, making landfall earlier on Monday. From there, it will start to move over portions of our area, and look how slowly it could move. Also a cone. Remember, this means that the center of the storm could be anywhere inside the cone, and this is a big difference, a big area to cover. It means that there's a lot of uncertainty on where exactly it will go, and just to help prove that point, look at this mess of model runs, the spaghetti models showing all sorts of different scenarios, but I'm going to show you one that we're thinking could potentially happen. So this storm, Debby, will continue to strengthen over the Gulf. We could start to get those outer bands later tomorrow, so late Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. So that would be our first round of heavy rain, isolated tornado threat, some gusty winds. Then we'd get a break before the rest of the system arrives. It will make landfall earlier on Monday. That's when we'll start to get that heavy rain and that steady rain over portions of the first coast. It will then slowly crawl over our area on Monday, continuing with rounds of heavy rain, that tornado threat, and the gusty winds. And then on Tuesday, look at this. It could potentially just hang out in our area and continue to drop rounds of rain. So let's go county by county. Baker, Union, Bradford, and Columbia. I am expecting you to have the worst weather Monday morning into Monday afternoon. You could have some strong wind gusts and strong winds of 60 miles an hour, perhaps some tropical storm conditions. You also have the possibility of isolated tornadoes. And right now we're going to 5 to 8 inches of rainfall. That's subject to change if it continues to slow down. Where Charlton, Brantley, and Pierce, 5 to 10 inches of rain, winds 30 to 60 miles an hour, and a tornado threat. Again, these rainfall totals, they could tick up depending on if this system stalls through Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even into Thursday, especially for Glenn, Camden, and Nassau. We're going to watch those rainfall totals perhaps getting over to 10 inches, and your winds could start to pick up too if it moves over the Atlantic and starts to re-strengthen. So something we'll watch closely. Duval, you're going to have your worst weather Monday morning through evening with that tornado threat. St. John's, Flagler, and also places like Clay and Putnam, we're expecting anywhere between 3 to 5 inches of rain. So that is why I have weather impact alerts in place from Sunday evening through Tuesday.